Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I am your host, full-time real estate professional, Anthoneal Watts, and today we're going to discuss some new rules implemented by the National Association of REALTORS, specifically in regards to the new requirements for buyers to view properties. Now, before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe if you'd like more helpful videos like this one. Let's get started. There's not much change when it comes to purchasing a home. Things are still pretty much business as usual when it comes to buying a property. But one key thing the new rules change is that before any realtor can show any potential buyer a property, one of two written agreements must be signed prior to entering the property. Before any realtor can show any potential buyer a property, one of two written agreements must be signed prior to entering that home, either the showing agreement or the Buyer Brokerage Agreement, or BBA for short. One of these two forms must be signed prior to entering a property, or that agent faces hefty fines and penalties. These forms ensure that both the buyer and the broker have a clear understanding of the rules, responsibilities, and the terms of the professional relationship. It specifies the area and location you'll be looking for properties, the type of properties you'll be looking at, and most importantly, it goes over fees, compensation, and the way the agent gets paid. This is not a change that's just broker specific or state specific. This is a change that affects every realtor nationwide, and violation of this rule could lead to fines up to $15,000 and potential suspension. So when you meet an agent who's requiring you to sign a document before you're able to see a property, please understand that he or she is requesting that because he or she has to. Now let's take a look at these documents. Let's start with the showing agreement. This is a straightforward short-term agreement that allows you to view a specific property or properties with your agent. It's perfect if you're just exploring your options or aren't quite ready to commit to a long-term relationship with an agent. It usually covers just a day or two and clearly states that the agent is working on your behalf for those showings. Filling out the showing agreement is pretty straightforward. Section 1 covers time frame and the parties involved. So in this section here, you'll be the name of the buyers. This section here outlines the time frame this agreement will be in effect for. And then the name of the brokerage you'll be using will go in this section here. Section 2 covers the addresses of the properties that will be covered under this agreement. Section 3 outlines the broker's obligation to the transaction, such as showing properties, negotiating offers on your behalf, etc. Section 4 outlines the buyer's obligations to the transaction. Section 5 goes over commission/compensation. Now, commission will either be a flat dollar amount or a percentage rate, or a dollar amount, percentage rate, plus any additional fees, such as a broker tech fee. It'll be whatever you and your agent negotiate. Now, this will be filled out the same whether it's a property for sale or a property for lease. Section 6 goes over any non-refundable retainer fees. Section 7 will be any other additional terms not covered by this agreement that you and your agent negotiate. Section 8 goes over the procedures for dispute resolution. And Section 9 is an acknowledgement that you've read and understood the contents of the agreement. And then down here, you'll date and sign. And that's pretty much it. This showing agreement will only be in effect for the time frame specified here. And you'll be required to sign one of these documents every time you go out and see a property with an agent until you're comfortable enough to work with just one agent. Now, when you do get to that point, you'll then want to move over to the Buyer Brokerage Agreement, or BBA for short. Now, the Buyer Brokerage Agreement, or BBA for short, is a bit more comprehensive. It's a longer-term commitment that outlines your agent's responsibilities to you, including helping you find properties, negotiating on your behalf, and guiding you through the buying process. It also details compensation, which in most cases is paid by the seller. This agreement is ideal if you're serious about finding your next home and you want dedicated support from your agent. Now, filling out the BBA is just as straightforward as the showing agreement. Section 1 here shows the parties involved, the buyer and the broker. Section 2 outlines the beginning time and date and the end time of date of this agreement. Section 3 covers the type of properties we'll be looking at and the location of the properties we'll be looking at. Section 4 goes over the broker's obligation, which is pretty much the same as the showing agreement. Section 5 goes over the buyer's obligation, which is closely mirrored to the showing agreement. Section 6 goes over any retainer fees. Section 7 covers compensation/commission. Again, this will be filled out identical to the showing agreement. It will either be a flat dollar amount or a percentage rate, or a flat dollar amount, percentage rate, plus any additional fees. And it will be the same whether you're looking to purchase or looking to lease a property. Section 8 here covers the protection period. The protection period ensures that the broker is compensated if the buyer purchases a property they were introduced to during the term of the agreement, even after the agreement ends, and lasts for a specific number of days, which will be outlined here. Section 9 goes over termination of this agreement and any cancellation fees associated. Section 10 covers the procedure for dispute resolution. Section 11 goes over the assignment of this agreement. Section 12 outlines the brokerage relationship. Section 13 will outline any additional terms negotiated between the brokerage and the buyer. And Section 14 is the acknowledgement that you have read and understand the contents of this agreement. And then you'll sign and date, and then the broker will sign and date, and then you'll get a copy. And that is the Buyer Brokerage Agreement, or BBA for short. The BBA is great if you're ready to commit to working with an agent for a longer period. The showing agreement, on the other hand, is a more flexible option for those just starting out. All these changes ensure transparency and sets clear expectations for everyone involved. It's all about making the home buying process smoother and stress-free for you. If you have any questions about these agreements or need help navigating your home buying journey, feel free to reach out. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe or share this video with somebody who might find it helpful. I'm Anthoneal Watts, and I'll talk to you soon.